As the sun sets and the moon rises in Australia, bats take off for their nightly feed. It is a spectacular sight. These bats are known as flying foxes. And while you may be familiar with the larger bats, there's also a smaller flying fox you may not have heard of. Louise, Australia has many types of wildlife and bats are a favourite for many people. And we know there's a few different types, but you've got one that we don't see very often. Who is this?
That's right. This is, her name's Blossom, but she's actually a blossom bat. So she's one of the smallest of the megabat family.
Okay, and the megabat family, that consists of, what, a lot of those larger bats, yeah?
Yeah, all of the flying foxes that we see around at night, they're quite obvious because they're such big animals and woof, 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 we hear them and see them at night.
So it's big bats, but now this is a megabat, but it's so small. So what's the story?
It's microbat size, isn't it? So it's actually a nectar feeder, just like the big flying foxes, and it is a specialist nectar feeder. It's got a very long tongue, and we don't see them very often.
So Louise, they're so rare. How did you end up getting a hold of this one?
Well, it was amazing. The lady on Macleay Island rang in and she was talking about it being a red colour and that it was 30 centimetres long. And I'm thinking, OK, I'm going to go and rescue a little red flying fox. Yeah. So I met the lady off the ferry from Macleay Island and she was carrying a big dog crate. And when I looked in the dog crate, I saw this little brown body and I thought, oh, it's a microbat. And then the little thing lifted its eyes, lifted its head, and I saw these great big saucers of eyes, and I just thought, oh my goodness, it's a blossom bat. And I'd never seen one. In 18 years of rescuing bats, I'd never seen a blossom bat.
Wow. And so how was the experience for you? It might be a bit challenging if it's the first time you've had to deal with a bat like this.
Oh, well, I knew that she was only a baby and I came home, looked up the books and saw that the forearm measurement and the weight indicated that she was still very much a baby bat. And so I just thought about the formulas and I rang researchers and scientists and they just said, well, she is a miniature flying fox, so just feed her what you're feeding your flying foxes, and that's what I did.
Fantastic.
So, yeah.
And has she been gaining weight consecutively?
She has, and she's grown a lot. She was only 8 grams when she came in, and now she's about 16.
Excellent. Today, many Australian bats are under threat due to loss of habitat, changing weather patterns and urbanisation. This is why the blossom bat is currently listed as vulnerable in New South Wales. Louise, obviously you're very good with the bats because you've got a lot of experience and you hold them, but why shouldn't the public go near them?
Well, the public shouldn't touch them because any bat that bites somebody, they have to be destroyed, and the brain goes onto a microscope slide to see if they have Australian bat lyssavirus, which is a very rare virus. It's extremely rare, but we just don't want people to handle them, even though they're beautiful and you might find a little baby flying fox or a microbat. Just don't handle it. If you find it on barbed wire, put a towel over the top to stop it from stressing, or put a washing basket over a bat on the ground.
Okay, so if you do see a bat in trouble, you just call a registered bat carer or the RSPCA or something like that?
That's exactly right, yes.
Okay, excellent. Now, of course, it's completely safe to just observe bats in their natural environment, though, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. They're absolutely fantastic to watch. And if you have a colony of little red flying foxes come to town, go and watch them fly out. They're just spectacular. And it is a world wildlife spectacular to see our flying foxes flying out from their colony.